Here are the 5 reasons you probably don't like your clothes or your outfits. I'm sure many of you can relate to looking in your wardrobe, having loads of clothes there, but nothing in there that you actually want to wear or that makes you really excited to style it and create outfits with it. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the 5 reasons you may feel this way and ways that you can go around it, ways that you can improve what you've got in your wardrobe to ensure that you really love your outfits, you love the clothing that you have available to you. Any of the clothing that I wear or mention specifically, I'm going to leave linked down below for you. So let's get into the video. Okay, first up, and one of the reasons that you probably don't like your clothing, you don't like your outfits, is because your clothes aren't fitting you right. And when I say fitting you right, what I mean is the clothing that you've got isn't flattering you or isn't making you feel great about how you look. This can be for a multitude of reasons. It could be that you've grown out of your clothes or you've lost weight. It could be that the clothing just isn't good quality and therefore the sizing and the silhouette of the clothing isn't flattering. Or perhaps you've just not figured out what type of clothing suits your shape. So my general rule of thumb when it comes to creating and styling an outfit is that I like to keep an outfit balance. And what I mean by that is if I've got something on my top half which is tight, I will not wear something on my bottom half that is tight. Same with baggy. If I've got a baggy top on, I'll often opt for a tighter pair of trousers or skirt or bottom half. And in this way, it keeps me comfortable, but it also keeps the outfit looking balanced. In my opinion, a full baggy outfit or a full really tight outfit never really feels quite chic and well thought out and balanced. Now, another thing to bear in mind is when it comes to clothing that fits you correctly, I appreciate not everybody can have everything made to measure or have everything tailored. So I like to go for trousers and tops that have a little bit of leeway. In that way, I go for a lot of clothing with elasticated waists. I go for a lot of tops which have stretch to them. Now, I've mentioned this brand before, but one of my favorite brands for clothing which gives stretch but still feels like it doesn't look like stretchy sportswear is Halara. And I get pretty much all of my basics from them. They do really nice simple tops like what I'm wearing today, but they also do suit style trousers and jackets which have a lot of stretch, but they don't look like you're wearing sports attire. So when I'm looking for items of clothing that I know I'm not going to have to take to the tailor or that I know I'm going to be able to wear for a long time, I do like to look for items that have a bit of stretch, that have belt loops or that have stretch in the waist, because in this way you know they're going to fit you nicely, they're going to look like they actually fit your body correctly. And it really does make a difference to an outfit when something fits you properly. Another great thing about Halara is they do different style lengths of trousers. So they have the regular sizing for the average height, but they also offer tall lengths, and for people like myself who's 5 foot, they have a petite range as well. So if there's a particular pair of trousers that you like and you don't want to have to take them and have them turned up, because again, this costs extra money, they have options available for you to choose the shorter or longer lengths. So the next time you're getting dressed and you're going through your wardrobe and you're looking at all your clothes, ask yourself, why is it that I don't want to wear this item of clothing? Is it because it simply doesn't fit me correctly? And if that's the case, it's taking up valuable space in your wardrobe. You probably aren't going to wear it again, so it's probably worth either selling it on or donating it to charity or giving it to a friend. The amount of times I've gone into my wardrobe and seen an old dress that I've not worn in years, and it's because it's just not a style that I feel suits my body shape anymore. Don't let it take up precious space in your house. I would say 9 times out of 10, the reason you don't like your clothing is because it just no longer fits, and that's okay. Instead, sell on those items or donate them, and then reinvest in your wardrobe, finding items of clothing that really suit and flatter you. In this way, all of your outfits will look more polished and chic, and you're also going to feel much better in your clothing. Reason number 2, you may dislike your clothing and your outfits, and that's because the items in your wardrobe are really hard to style. And again, I'm sure many will relate that when you look in your wardrobe, I'm sure you have loads of clothing to choose from, but for some reason, none of it seems to actually mesh and work together. Now, I do love having a statement piece here and there, a statement jacket, for example, but if you've got loads of clothing that's all contrasting prints, they all clash, or they just simply don't match or pair nicely together, that's going to make it really difficult to create an outfit with, and it's going to make it frustrating, and you're probably going to end up just wearing the same thing all the time because it's so much effort to try and find ways to make these items work with your outfit. So what I like to do is to invest in good basics. I have lots of really simple t-shirts, lots of nice suit wide leg trousers, and just pieces that fit me nicely, that are very, very simple. And then once you've got those basic fundamentals in your wardrobe, it's very easy to start making outfits. Just because the items in your wardrobe may seem simple and plain doesn't mean your outfits need to be. All you need is a couple of statement earrings or a statement bag, a statement scarf or a statement jacket. And once you've got that very, very simple foundation, chuck it on with a nice statement piece and immediately your outfit feels cohesive. It's easy to put together. You're still able to wear your really fun, funky pieces, but the majority of your wardrobe is really easy to mesh together, create little combinations. If you've watched any of my styling videos before, you'll know that I love to create my outfits just using really simple basics and then elevating the entire look with a statement piece here and there. Today's outfit is the perfect example of doing that. I've got on a little stretchy top by Halara, some Halara wide leg trousers, and then I've just thrown it on with this vintage little reworked Burberry jacket, and immediately I feel comfortable, my clothes are fitting nicely, but I'm still able to inject my outfits with a bit of my personality. Much, much easier than having loads of all these crazy, outlandish pieces of clothing, of which none of them actually work together in harmony. Reason number 3 you may not like your clothing and outfits, and that's because you simply haven't found your signature shapes and styles that suit you. Now, this has taken me many, many years to come to terms with. There will be certain styles of clothing that are maybe seen as trendy or very cool that simply won't work for my body shape. And that applies to the majority of us. Of course, if you are a supermodel and you have the perfect body, you can probably get away with everything. But for the majority of us, let's be honest, there are just simply styles and silhouettes of clothing that just aren't going to work on every single body type. For myself personally, I would never wear a bodycon skirt. I don't have a lot of curves. I've got a very straight down body. As much as I would love to wear a figure hugging dress, I just know that that's not quite right and flattering for my body shape. What I have worked out works really well for me is anything that accentuates my waist and gives me the illusion of an hourglass. I've also worked out that I suit a tighter top half than bottom half, and I've also identified which areas of my body I prefer to show than not to show. For example, I like to show my décolletage area and the lower half of my arm and my ankles, whereas some people may feel completely different. They may prefer to have something tighter fitting on their bottom half. It's completely up to you, but I would definitely recommend trying on what you've got in your wardrobe and starting to identify which items you feel great in and what it is about them that you like. You may start to notice a trend. If you notice yourself really loving how you look and feel in a polo neck, perhaps you love that style on your particular body and features. And by doing this and identifying these styles of clothing, it's going to make it much, much easier for you, A, to shop, and B, to style outfits together, knowing that when you put this outfit on, you're going to really like what you're wearing. It will also make it easier for you to fine-tune your wardrobe. If there are certain items of clothing that when you put them on, you look at yourself and you just think, I really don't feel great when I wear this. Don't keep those types of items in your wardrobe. There's no point in them being there. You don't enjoy wearing them. When you wear them in outfits, you probably don't like the outfit, and it'll really help you with identifying what it is about the outfit you don't like. This is going to save you time in the long run. It'll make your life much easier when it comes to putting together your outfits, and fundamentally you're going to really like how you look and feel in your clothing. Reason number 4 why you may not like your outfit, and that's because your outfits just don't inspire you. I'm sure there are times you've put on an outfit and you've just not felt particularly excited to be wearing it. So what I often like to do is, if there's a particular item in my wardrobe that I really love, a bag or an accessory, I will build my outfit around that accessory. And in this way, I know that I'm going to be really excited to wear the outfit because it's incorporating the piece of clothing or the accessory that I really wanted to wear. Again, I'm wearing this jacket today. I've been wanting to wear this for a while, so I built my outfit around this jacket. I knew that it just needed something really simple because it's such a busy jacket. Feeling excited to wear your outfits is more important than you would believe, because when you feel like you look good, you hold yourself differently, you speak differently, you feel more confident. And that's why I think it's important not to overlook overlook the power of dressing in a way that makes you feel great. It's a very simple change you can make, but it really can transform the way that you interact, you hold yourself, and that's why I'm so passionate about making these videos. So if recently you found yourself just not feeling excited to wear your clothes, perhaps there's something in your wardrobe that you're particularly excited about, and that's absolutely okay. Sometimes when I feel like I'm lacking inspiration, I do like to do a little bit of a Pinterest scroll, or I'll look up some of my favorite style icons and just take inspiration from there. If I'm starting to notice little trends of things that I'm loving, recently I've been really loving statement pearls. It could be anything, and then you can simply take a look on the secondhand market, or perhaps treat yourself to something new. If that means it's going to make you excited to dress up a little bit and to take pride in how you look, this is a great investment, because it's an investment in yourself and how you feel. So not liking your outfits and your clothing could be a multitude of reasons. The first step really is identifying what that is. It could be all of the 5 things I'm mentioning today, or it could be 1 or 2 of them. But really take a step back and ask yourself, what is it that I don't like? Next time you're getting dressed, is it how the clothes make you feel? Is it that there's nothing you actually like? Is it that they're really difficult to style? And then you can start to take the necessary step to change that, and then once you've identified what it is, you can then start taking the necessary steps to change that. And it doesn't have to be huge or expensive changes. It could be as simple as 1 new item, or just looking at your clothing in a different way. And number 5, the final reason you may not like your clothing and your outfits, and that's simply because you don't enjoy wearing them. They're not comfortable. Now, over the years, throughout my 20s and now that I'm 30, something that I've really realized makes a huge difference to me particularly is I don't like wearing clothing that's not comfortable. It can be the most sexy or flattering clothing in the world, but if it doesn't feel comfortable, if the material isn't nice, or if it's too tight on certain parts of my body, I'm simply not going to enjoy wearing it. I'm going to want to get changed. I'm going to want to leave wherever I am early to go put comfy clothing on. So what I've found is there are certain fabrics and certain silhouettes of clothing that I just feel much more cozy in. I like my clothes to have some stretch. I like them to be soft. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I also don't like to wear anything that's too restrictive. So if I am wearing something that looks tight, very often it's actually got a lot of stretch to it. So it's a little bit of an optical illusion. I also am somebody that doesn't like to wear a bra. I find them very uncomfortable, and I know that this is not something that everybody can do. I'm particularly petite, so I can get away with it. But if you are like me and you prefer not to wear a bra, I often go for tops that have inbuilt bras, which are much more comfortable for me. Again, the majority of my tops are by Halara, and they all have inbuilt bras, which is brilliant. I do also have some strapless bras which are wire free, so definitely think about your undergarments as well, and for you to not only feel comfortable but still look good while doing it. Dressing comfortably doesn't mean you have to look slobby or you have to look too laid back. You can still look really high-end, put together, feel great in your outfits whilst being comfortable. You can do both at the same time. I have the same thing with heeled shoes. I don't like anything that's too high, which is why I wear a lot of platforms, for example, because platforms, they kind of mask just how inclined your foot is. The great thing about a platform heel is it actually means that your foot isn't as steeply inclined as the height may indicate. So if you do find yourself on evenings, and I think having properly fitting clothing ties into the comfort. If your clothing is too tight or it's not sitting right and you're having to pull it up all the time, not only is that going to be quite uncomfortable, but it's also not going to look the best, particularly if you're having to constantly hoist up your trousers or pull a strap or whatever it is that you're doing. It's not going to be comfortable and enjoyable for you. You're going to be distracted by how your clothing looks, and it's also not the best look. So not only does the fit of the clothing tie in to your comfort, but also think about the fabric. I personally do like my natural fabrics such as cotton and linen and cashmere, but I do also like a blend as well, particularly for my more stretchy and comfortable clothing. Very often these do need to be blended with something like elastic, just to give you that nice, comfortable and wearable feeling item. Another great thing about some of the fabric blends is you don't need to iron them, and something that really is a bugbear of mine is when an item creases really quickly, because it's so frustrating. You can spend all the time in the world ironing it, and the minute you get in the car or you get on the train, you get up and you've got creases all over your clothing. So again, that's another reason why I do really enjoy Halara. Their clothing doesn't really need ironing, and if it does, it usually stays very crease free. So those there were 5 reasons that you may not like your clothing and your outfits, but ways in which you can make really small, bite-sized changes to change that. It doesn't need to be difficult, it doesn't need to be expensive. If there were any items of clothing that you liked from my cutaways today, I'm going to leave them linked down below. I am also going to leave you with a discount code so that you can enjoy a little bit of a bargain as well. Now, if you've got any questions or if you feel like I've left something out, please do let me know down in the comments. I will do my best to answer them there. And as always, a huge thank you for watching. If you are not subscribed already, please do, and I will look forward to seeing you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.